Hi, I'm Katie Jarvis. I'm an art teacher in Northern Virginia. In this video, I'm going to give up all my secrets of how I dismiss and line up my students at the end of art class. If you're curious how I start my classes, I'll leave a link in the description down below to that video. When I'm lining up my classes, I'm dismissing them by their color tables. Now, I've labeled my tables in two different spots. The first is I've labeled the top of the stools with a vinyl circle that I purchased on Amazon. I did have to cut them down slightly to size, and I glued them down with Gorilla Glue. On the bottoms of my chairs, I have put some felt. I have reinforced this by putting a little piece of felt inside and then doubled over the felt, as you see here. I've connected that with a zip tie so that it doesn't come off. These last the entire school year. When art class is almost done and I'm ready for the cleanup to stop, I ring the bell like this and ask the students to move their feet to their seat. Once everyone is seated back into their spot, I ring my bell once and ask the students to stop, look, and listen. At this point, we will reflect on our cleanup by simply giving a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or a thumbs to the side, and have a quick discussion about how the cleanup went. At this point, I would add in any of our Mona points, and I change my sign from the yellow zone where we're talking together to the red zone where students are silent. Next, I come over to the door to start my silent dismissal. So right here by my door, I have table signs, one for each table. I simply hold one of the colors up over my head, trying not to use my voice. I've found that this keeps students more quiet as they have to look to get the clue of when their table is to line up. When they see their color, they push their stools in and move to their spot on the number line. Each of my students' seats is labeled with a number right here under the table. It's simply a cutout that's laminated and then reinforced with packaging tape. These numbers correspond to the numbers that I have on my floor. I also use this same number system for student artwork labels. I'll get to that in other videos, but it keeps me extremely organized. Here's a quick peek at the numbers that I have on the floor. These are vinyl numbers that I've purchased on Amazon and stuck down onto the floor in order. They go all the way back in my classroom and then all the way around to the other side. Here's a quick tip that will pay off big time. Make sure that you always have students lined up silently and ready for the classroom teacher. You want to be having the reputation of being organized and on time. Teachers know that when they come to pick up their classes, you will be ready to go and they will show you the same respect in return. Okay, we've established that you're going to be on time, but how do you keep students quiet? Well, in the line, we're going to play a game with them called 1, 2, 3, freeze. It's really just that easy as the name. You're going to give a clue such as the Mona Lisa, say 1, 2, 3, freeze, and instruct the students to freeze. You're going to look up and down the line to pick someone to be it next. The person will be silent. The person will be holding their body still. If they're doing something where they're making sounds, remind them that art is looks like. Music is sounds like. PE is moves like. So for this game, when you hold that pose, we're looking for someone that looks like. Now, when I mix this up and give the students a turn to be it, I'll choose things from different seasons. I'll choose different ideas that reinforce vocabulary and lesson ideas. Now, inevitably, students are going to be sad because the game came to an end suddenly. So be sure that you prepare students so that they know when the classroom teacher arrives, they will turn, look, and listen. For the younger students, I even incorporate this into the game, asking them to freeze, hip, and lip so that they are ready to leave the art room. Now, one student will have been left without a turn. To avoid any tears, I have them hold the golden paintbrush. This is my class award for behavior, and having them carry this out is a sense of pride, and this avoids other students arguing about who would be the one to carry the paintbrush. For the teacher, I hand them this little note. Now, this note tells them what we made in art class that day, but it also lets them know about any information from the art class that they would need to know. Did a student go to the clinic? Did someone leave early? Were there any behavior problems? Now, I'm not listing behavior problems because I want the teacher to do anything. It's really just an FYI, as I will also list What actions as the art teacher I'm going to take. Will I just be recording the behavior at this time? Will I be making a phone call? Will I be sending an email? I let them know about next steps and how I'm going to set that student up to be successful in my class the following week. If you found this video to be helpful, be sure to look around on my channel for time-saving tips and tricks for art room management.